12, Gentry Brisson.
We ready to go?
Let's go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, for the first broadcast from KDRising.com, being sponsored by Flowing Dove Pizzeria. And tonight, your Kellerville Ponies hosting the Durer Dragons. I'm being joined tonight by Coach Josh Stevens, sitting here in the press box. Cadence Billingsley on the mound for the Ponies tonight, and he throws the first pitch for strike one.
I'll take it.
Batting right now, number 12, the center fielder, Gentry Bryson. And the pitch is delivered for ball one.
He comes down with a fake bunt on the leadoff batter.
Coach, you've coached Cadence for a few years.
Yeah.
How hard do you throw it?
Man, Cadence Billingsley, he's got one of the, Coach Mann said it last year at the spring banquet. He said he had to go over it on him, and I think that's the best way to put it. Cadence Billingsley, he's got all the tools you need to make a successful pitcher on the next level, and I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it here.
And he's just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore, just a baby.
And Bryson fouls off for strike two, set on a 2-2 count. Ponies defense set the pitch. And
Strike three.
in the dirt.
And that's the first out of the game. I'll take it.
Throw over to Franks at first base for the Ponies, and we got one away for the Ponies.
Next up, the shortstop, number 14, Joey Fowler.
Brings up Joey Fowler, the shortstop for Durer. Durer, I didn't get the chance to talk to their coach before the game. They're a Class A or 2A school. Are you familiar?
I'm not really sure what I am for them. Is that this sophomore group of boys, whenever I was coaching them in middle school baseball, they lost a total of probably about 3 games within their 6th to 8th grade season, and one of them happened to be to the Dewar Dragons whenever we played at the Bags tournament. But other than that, I haven't seen these guys. I don't know what class they are. All I know is that they got some guys that can play baseball.
And then for strike one, even count of 1-1. So it is a baseball school then, as we speak. I'm kind of anxious with districts coming up at the end of the week. How many pitches Coach Nance is going to allow Billingsley to throw this evening? I'm keeping track of it here.
I think he's going to keep it short and sweet, Cadence today. Like I said, back when we played in middle school, Cadence had pitched the game that we played them twice. We beat them once, they beat us once. In the game that we beat them, Cadence was the pitcher. And I think that he's going to keep it short and sweet, just as this is a tune-up game. I think he's going to, keep it short and sweet with him and try to get a lot of other guys to work in so they can be ready for that one in the regionals and districts.
Okay. And in for strike two, it's going to give us a full count. Districts being played here, ladies and gentlemen, on Thursday afternoon. I believe that start game time is 1 o'clock. If you're not doing anything Thursday afternoon, please plan on attending. And the payoff pitch is fouled off to the right side. Bringing the heat, hadn't threw a lot of curveballs yet. I've seen a couple. It's right here. Cadence bringing the heat, hadn't threw a lot of curveballs yet. I've seen a couple.
Yeah, Cadence throws about probably, I'd say anywhere from 85 to 90 miles an hour as a sophomore. That's pretty impressive.
Absolutely. He just missed with that curveball. Came back with either a curveball or a slider. Didn't have to take much speed off of it. Probably your slider.
The first baseman, number 9, Brett.
Yeah, look good from up here. Yeah, we would have raised him up from up here. Brett Hayes, the first baseman up for the Dragons. Billingsley looks back to the runner. Frank's over at first base. Infield set turn two. Throw over to first. A little bit late. Back in easily.
Hey, I'm real excited for Frank's over there at first base. I don't know if this is his first start or not, but I'm glad to see him out there get some action.
And he's a senior, isn't he?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. He's getting a little bit of playing time. And the first pitch is in for a called strike one. 1-0, just now getting started. It's the top of the first, 0-0. Runner at first base. It's Fowler, the shortstop, over at first base. Brett Hayes batting right now, the lefty, against Cadence Billingsley in a tune-up matchup right before district's action right here at Kildare Field. And he fouls it off, and once again, he's behind on the pitch, man. He's bringing the heat.
Yeah, Coach Nancy's gonna have to go get another one that doesn't set of balls before it's all said and done with.
Absolutely. I like the focus that I've seen from the Kelville group, even in pregame and all that. Even though this is kind of a tune-up game, it seems like it's important. Throw over to first, just kind of check him up here. 2 strikes on the batter, no balls. Definitely don't want any more runners on base. Don't give them a chance if you don't have to.
You know, here's the thing is, yeah, they look ready because Coach Nancy, he makes sure that guys, whether it's a tune-up game or
Ground ball, right? He steps on first for the out. Gives us 2 away for the inning as Fowler advances to second.
But as I was saying, Coach Nancy, he doesn't care if it's a game, a tune-up game, or a scrimmage, or if it's a state championship. He wants
Brings up the catcher number 10, Sean Maxwell.
with their best ability every time and make sure that they're on. And I see that in this group right here.
Absolutely. Brings up the catcher, Sean Maxwell, another lefty.
How many lefties they got?
Boy, they're bringing the load. I just wonder how many switch hitters. And there's in for strike 1. Getting ahead of the count, that way he's able to pick the pitches that he's wanting to throw. That's always a good sign. And he hits the ball out to deep right field. There goes Clayton Wallace back to the wall. He fields it at the wall. One run's going to score. And he slides into the second base. Maxwell slides into second base for the double. And the first runner crosses the plate. It is Durr 1,
Designated
Phil
hitter
0.
number
Still here in
19,
the top
Micah
of the
Cloud.
first. Brings up the designated hitter, Micah Cloud. Boy, he turned on that fastball, Coach.
Yeah, he got hold of it pretty good. Nice shot right there, base hit. Like you said, scored him a double, scored them a run. This is good baseball.
And a shot out there to the left, a dive and played by Connor Smith. Ball gets by him, another run's going to cross the board here. Micah Cloud in for a stand-up double in at second base as another run crosses the plate for the Dragons. I'm sorry.
The pitcher number 16, Joe Selby.
Quite a little attempt there.
I like the attempt on it. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. That's what's in it.
Especially in a game like this. I mean, you can never get too used to that. That brings up Baylor Selby. He's the pitcher for the Dragons. A little check swing there. Foul off. Once again, Billingsley starting out ahead of the count. Starting off with 1 strike. I really like that.
You know, and what I want to take into consideration, you got Jeremy Hicks back here catching for Landon Bowman. You know, Landon Bowman, freshman, he's been spectacular all season. And I just hate to see him go down with a injury like that. But I'm excited to see what Jeremy Hicks brings to the Bowman this week.
Absolutely. Now Vollner, he's just a freshman, is that correct?
Just a freshman.
And strike 3 is right there for Mr. Billingsley. So 2 strikeouts on the inning for Billingsley. And there goes ahead 2-0. Coach, I'd like to take this time to thank our gold sponsors that we have here at KVRising.com. Phil Thomas Trucking, Patriot Air, Mr. Cy Wheeler with Patriot Air actually running a special right now for tune-up specials on your air conditioners. Shades of Glass by Chris down in Bristol. Jim Boat with Mack Truck. Backyard Barbecue. Richardson Painting. Greg McGuire Trucking. Jay's Country Kitchen. Dimensions Family Practice. And Web Code Industries. Thank you, sponsors. We really appreciate that. And of course, we're being sponsored by Flowing Dough Pizzeria. We're going to step aside right now and just let you enjoy the warm-up action of the Durr Dragons. And we'll be right back. You will and you keep the ball.
See, that's my main thing. I'm trying to keep it going,
Right.
but I don't want to step on you. You know what I mean? Because like I said, like I've said a couple things while they're pitching, and you're trying to count the strikes or whatever for them. But I'm still talking.
I'm not so worried about that though. I mean, that don't bother me a bit. Now, hits or stuff like that, go ahead and let me call the play and I'll give it right back to you. But other than that, what do you think, Jacob? You hear us?
We sound professional.
I mean, for our first outing?
Yeah, for the first try. And I thought it was going to be easier for him in baseball, but according to your requirements, no.
What?
Your requirements. And plus this camera sucks.
Why?
Or this tripod sucks.
Why?
Because you mess with this thing, whoosh, camera drops.
Yeah, the other is what you got side by side.
And then you also can't.
Okay. But that's gonna be better also once we get hooked up as far as
Yeah, but like you said,
we'll be outside.
I think the most important thing is seeing the batter in the batter box. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the pitcher, the catcher. As this grows, you get more cameras so where you can.
Absolutely. Hey man, I picked up some sponsors today, buddy.
The second baseman, number 11, Colton Ayers.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in action with the Ponies coming up in the bottom half of the first inning. Leading off for the Ponies is the second baseman, Colton Ayers. Now, Coach, this is one of them good young sophomores he's talking about, another youngster,
Yeah.
three-sport athlete here.
This guy right here, you can't say enough good things about him. Like you said, he's a sophomore, he's a starting quarterback.
And he hits a ground ball to the second baseman. Nice play in the hole over to first. That's Brownsville over to Hayes for out number 1. But a good hard hit by Ayers in the hole, in the gap
The
of
third
second
baseman, number
base.
4, Frank Covington.
You know, even though he grounded out right there, he's still, man, this kid is spectacular athlete. Starting varsity quarterback, he'll be a starter on the basketball team next year. The kid's got high upside.
Brings up Frank Covington. He's swinging on the first pitch. He hits a fly ball out to center field. Gentry Bryson, he's underneath it for out number 2. Kelvin seems to be jumping on the first pitch.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, Coach Nance isn't happy. He's not happy with
The center fielder, number 7, Taylor Thornburg.
And he's thrown 2 pitches.
Yeah, you gotta work the pitcher maybe a little bit more than that. Brings up Tabor Thornburg, the center fielder. Now he's got some power. I've seen a couple of his balls leave that 365 sign out there this year.
Yeah, no, Taylor Thornbrew, another one of those spectacular sophomores. He'll, he's got the chance to take it the distance every time he's at bat.
Good speed also. Linebacker, defensive back on the football team.
Running back's been scoring touchdowns. Probably had about 14 touchdowns on his career. And he's just a sophomore, so I look for big things with him with football and baseball.
Absolutely. Now, I've been told pound for pound he may be the strongest athlete going to the school of Kilburn right now. As he takes the ball down in the dirt, 3-1 count.
Get somebody on base right here that'll make up for those first 2 pitches.
Thornbrew is always fun to watch once he gets on the bases. You never know what he's going to do. Like I say, great speed when he takes ball forward. We get to see what he can do.
The designated hitter, number 24, Timmy Roth.
Be aggressive right here with 2 outs. Let's see if he sends him right here. Try to steal it. The most athletic, strongest kid in the school. Let's see if he sends him right here. Try to steal it. Steal it.
Absolutely. Brings up Timmy Roth playing the designated hitter today. Now he's one of our senior leaders. Great athlete, a 2-sport athlete. Actually going to NEO to play football to continue his high school career. Been covering the corners basically throughout his high school career in the baseball, either third base or first base or the designated hitter role.
Yeah, and the thing with Timmy is like, I went to school with his older brothers and sisters, and they were all of them were incredibly athletic, and they did a lot of things for the school. And so Timmy's just falling right in line with that ball right there. Yeah, Timmy's falling right in line with his siblings as producing another one of Kelly Bill's great athletes.
not giving away my age, but I actually went to school with his dad. And his dad was a great athlete whenever he graduated here in Kellyville. So he's a second or third generation pony, and he hits his ball in the gap over the right field. That's going to move Thornborough at least around the third. Coach Sands is sending him around. The throw goes into second, and Roth is in for second. Double RBI scoring Thornborough. Great.
The pitcher number 17, Cadence
Right on
Billingsley.
time, right on time.
Absolutely.
Get that one for his family. Right on time.
Absolutely. And it brings up our pitcher. Let's see if he can help himself out here. With Roth on at second base, Cadence Billingsley at the plate.
And as good as the pitcher Cadence is, he's also a good hitter. He also, just like Tabor, has the potential to send it deep, and he's also a sophomore as well.
Good young talent. I love it. Now, Coach, I know you was the coach in middle school. What kind of talent we have coming up from that area?
This year was one of our rougher years. Like I said, you talk about the sophomore group. That was really the first group. Well, really the senior group was the first group to start our middle school program. And they actually got me spoiled into thinking that, it was easy to win games, but we just had a bunch of good players. And now we had a tough season, but we got a lot of our big players coming in.
And a ground ball hit up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. He makes a wild throw over the first base. That's Tyler with the throw. Billingsley's going to hold a one, but Ross advances from second into the score to tie it up for the Ponies. We're tied at 2 in the bottom of the first.
The shortstop number 1, Kenny Mosby.
That's a good hard hit by Billingsley. Fielded well by Tyler, just the overthrow. And it Ross score brings up Kenny Mosby, the shortstop. Now he's one of your freshmen.
This guy is a absolute stud.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher, number 20, Andy
And in fact, we
Jones.
have a courtesy runner. It looks like Andy Jones is in the run for the pitching spot. Good speed, another one of them sophomores that we're talking about.
No, you just keep on saying it. Like you said, Kenny Mosby, he's a freshman up there. Between the freshmen and sophomores group, the juniors they have, yes, they will miss these senior, but they're gonna have a strong core coming back for these next couple of years.
Absolutely. That's why it's so much fun to be a Pony right now. Jones is drawing some throws over at first base. Let's hopefully maybe one of them get away, advance to second. Mosby's got a good stick. Hits for average. Once again, makes contact there. Little short right field. And it's brought in by Tyler Maldonado for out number 3. But hey, the Ponies did come back. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors, and 1 left on base for the Ponies.
I'll take it 2-2. I'll take it.
Absolutely. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step aside here. Thanks to all our sponsors. Make sure you go by and see them. And also, you can actually find this broadcast. It will be on our archive spot on our website. We're not going live quite yet. Working out the kinks. This is our first job out on the field. Hopefully to be bringing you some slow pitch and possibly some more baseball by the end of the year. But this is KV Rising Kickoff Show. Come back and join us. We'll be right back. And then I'm hoping to get a board or something where instead of them watching this during like the time out the break time, that we can focus the camera on. Because we're getting a second camera that is going to do nothing but focus on the scoreboard.
Right.
But during baseball and softball, we didn't figure we'd need it.
Right.
But with the timed events and all that, so we'll have an inlay of the scoreboard
Yeah, some people offer more money than others.
on the broadcast.
Let's go, Big Germ!
Also, Webco came on board today.
Right at the beach hop.
Jay's Diner.
Hey, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
You ready for what?
Is there any way you talk about going to a board? Is there any way we can go to a commercial?
Yeah.
Not yet. Where are you going with it? Where are you going with it? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back to start this second inning here.
The third baseman, number 18.
Leading off for the
Tony
Dragons,
Tabers.
the third baseman, Tony Tabers. Once again, Billingsley on the mound. His battery mate, Jeremy Hicks, behind the plate. Sophomore to sophomore. We're going to talk about this sophomore group for a while now, Pony fans. Something to be excited about.
Well, but I'll just put it to you like this. You got your pitcher, sophomore, catcher, sophomore, shortstop, freshman, second base, sophomore, left fielder, sophomore, center field, sophomore, right field, sophomore.
Wow. That's next couple of years ought to be fun here in the Pony Nation.
You know, and they're going to get it done. Like I said, they spoiled me as a middle school baseball coach. We didn't take too many L's. But this group, they work hard and they're determined to make a change. And they're going to leave their mark here for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Two strikes on it.
Billingsley once again working ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Man, the umpire must have saw that a little low. It looked good from the press box.
It's a little low, but if he hits that spot again, the batter will have no choice but to swing.
Absolutely. Touch and count. Now we got Little Axe coming in for districts. Is that correct? Is that what I'm understanding?
That's what I've heard, and you know, I don't know too much about Lil Axe. We didn't hear too much from this side of the state. I'm really curious to see what these boys does. Like
The right fielder, number 23, Tyler Maldonado.
capable of making loud noise in the playoffs.
Absolutely. Billingsley with his third strikeout of the day, strikes out Tabers, brings up the right fielder, Tyler Maldonado. I wish I'd had a chance to talk to the Dura coaches before the game here and could have found out a little more about them, what kind of age, where we're talking about age-wise and all that. He fouls that pitch off. Strike 1 gives us a 1-1 count. Ball game all tied in the top of the second, 2-2. Tune-up game before district play starts on Thursday. You're watching on KVRising.com, being presented by Flowindo's Pizzeria. And that curveball kind of got away from him there, coach, and hit him in the back. It didn't look like it harmed him very much, but he gets a free pass. Bring up the
second baseman, number 5,
Brownfield.
Thomas Brownfield.
Even though that pitch got away from him, you still got to trust him and let it go because he's capable of making it look silly.
It's always fun to make the batter look silly with a curveball. And he throws that first pitch it down in the dirt. Brownfield, an eye on it there. But as he was talking earlier, you know, Dura is a baseball school, so you know they play smart baseball. This is a great matchup for us right before district play. And that ball gets by Hicks and back to the backstop. Maldonado takes second base. Runner beats on second base with nobody out.
Not really.
Oh, that's right. That's correct. First batter was a strikeout. Don't have my scorebook right here in front of me there. So we got one away. Runner at second base. Those fell behind on this batter. Actually, he fell behind now for, you know, this is really the first batter all game that he's fell behind like that.
Yeah. And it, hopefully he just something over here right here because I feel like this guy will be taking but he was smart.
And he does take the ball for the wall.
The center fielder, number 12, Gentry
Game like this,
Grissom.
see stuff like that, just to see how you face adversity and all that. Now we're back to the top of the order. Gentry Bryson, he struck out his first time at bat.
Yeah, it's always good to face some adversity, see how your team can react in certain situations. And as Cadence being a young pitcher, this gives him more opportunity to gain experience.
You know, Coach, the game has changed so much over the years. We're talking about the youth ability as far as grade level. There's no telling how many games this kid plays throughout the year. I mean, he's baseball year round basically. I mean, I know he plays basketball also, but baseball seems to be has always been his love. And I see all the time his mom posting where they're somewhere out of state playing baseball and almost every weekend it seems.
Not only does he play a lot of baseball games with Cadence, he's also one of those young sophomores. So the kid's not even 16, he's not even driving yet, doesn't even have his license. He'll turn 16 this summer, and I think we're going to see a big change in him as a person from here on out. But like you said, he's just a sophomore, plays a lot of games, and he's still young.
And loses that batter. He's going to earn a trip to the mound from Coach Nance. Going to go out and give him a word of encouragement. Don't want to see it slip away right now. We are still early in the contest. We're in the top of the second, tied 2-2. The Dragons have the bases loaded. Coach, it's a big week with one away.
What do you think he's saying? Cadence up there right now.
I think you just tell him to keep his composure. You've already faced them once. They didn't do any real big damage. You had a couple of solid hits in the middle of the lineup. I say he's saying go after it. Go after it.
Yeah, just telling him, keep your head up, stay positive. I don't care if there's 3 people on the stage. We know what you're capable of. You go and you shut them down, get it done.
Possibly trust your defense. We got a great defense behind him. Especially up
The
the middle.
shortstop number
Those young
14, Joey Fowler.
Any time to get us out of this inning. That's what we're hoping for. I'm just going to call it right now, Coach. We're going to do the ground ball to Mosby. He's going to roll 2 with Ayers over to Franks. We're going to go 6-4-3 right here this next one. And he did. He jumped out on him right on top, right the very first pitch to get ahead on the count. Well, this is a busy week for Kellerville this week in athletics. We got a bunch of great stuff going on right here inside the Pony Nation. You got the boys baseball hosting districts here on Thursday. The girls slow pitch team will be hosting the regional action on Thursday. Also have 4 different teams coming in there. And then the track and field, they go to their regionals on Saturday over in Bonita.
And and honestly, that's what I'm really looking forward to. Not only, the girls, they're also in action tonight over at Sand Springs, getting ready for their regionals. I think they have a lot of big things coming up with them. But that track team, they're so impressive. The girls, they're battling between 2.
Oh, there's a sweet little pitch, Coach. That's that curveball.
I'll take that.
That curveball you called a while ago.
Gotta keep it coming.
Kind of made him look a little bit silly as you were talking about.
The first baseman number 9, Brett Hayes.
But yeah, those girls, I think I'm going to be really impressed to see what they can do as a team, not just individuals, but as a track team that doesn't get to practice very often. I think they're pretty impressive.
Absolutely. And, there's a senior or 2 on that group, but that's another young group. Well, we can just keep saying that it's a young group. It's a young group. Seems like they keep on coming. This is shortstop Joey Fowler. No, correction, I'm sorry. This is the first baseman, Brett Hayes. He actually grounded out to Franks in the first inning. We'd take a ground ball right now to Franks, get out of the inning, 2 away. There's that little curveball you're talking about. You're right. He can pop that off in you anytime he needs to.
And you know, as a batter, it's hard to make the adjustment. Oh yeah, you always were. When the balls went by you, and
Oh, there's a ground ball over to Ayers. Ayers feels it clean it over to Frank Hayes. 3 away, no harm, no foul. The Dragons lead 3 runners in on base. So after 1.5, it's still Killville 2 and Durer 2.
it was just like you said, Coach Nance went out there. He just told him to stay positive. He didn't worry about the 3 runners on base. He went out there and got it done. Good job, Cadence, on that. Good job.
Absolutely. Now let's see if we can get these sticks rolling here in the bottom half of the second. We're going to step aside right now and let you enjoy the scenery, and we'll be back at the bottom of the second.
I see you, Coach T.
What do you think? How does it sound?
We're doing really good.
Coach, I like it, man.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
You know, and like, so I was kind of nervous, like, whenever I was coming up here, I was like, man, like, you know, but then I started thinking, I was like, you know what? I know every single one of these.
Absolutely.
Every single one of them.
Absolutely.
And you know, and the same thing goes for if we
Here
do
goes.
get to go to the state tournament.
If what?
Every
Home,
single one of
you
those.
know.
Every single one.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
what
long
comes on the
time.
baseball.
I tell you,
And
the only sport
So
I'm
here's-
nervous about is football. And
Hey.
that's my only worry on this deal.
here,
Hey, let me know when y'all are
here's the
ready.
thing.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
So
I'm ready.
I talked to my person that I was trying to try to get because of
Hey, go.
air ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wanted. So I was talking to my Creek Nation people.
The catcher number 3, Jeremy Hicks.
They said they might not be able to officially do it, but they'll give me $200 to give you $200.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Just for her.
Just for her.
But for the school, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the bottom half of the second inning. Brings up Jeremy Hicks. He's doing the catching duties today. He takes the first pitch and fouls it off down the first base line. Once again, we're going to say it. There you go. Another one of those sophomores.
Another one of those, and another guy that does it all.
Yeah.
Football, basketball, baseball. You can catch him out here. He's going hard at it. He's doing good things.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me. Oh, he gets a hold of that one high in the air. Over towards left field, in foul territory, and the left fielder falls underneath it. Josh Maldonado underneath it.
The left fielder number 23, Connor
It
Smith.
actually looked better than what it turned out being right off the bat. I thought, hell, we got a hold of it, but just a little bit underneath it. For out number 1 for the Pony. Brings up the left fielder, Connor Smith. Now, what grade Connor is? He a
He's
senior?
also a sophomore.
Another one of those
One
sophomores.
of those sophomores. Lefty. This guy, he's pretty gifted too. And shoots one down. This guy, he's pretty gifted too. He moved to Kellyville in 7th or 8th grade. And he's just been a part of this group, and they accepted him as one of their own. And he's been part of the football team and baseball team ever since. And I'm so happy to see where he's at in his career right now.
That's a nice little pitch right there by Selby. Looked like a little curveball that Billingsley's been throwing, kind of fooled Smith a little bit there. 2 strikes up. And he goes down strike 3. Ball was dropped by the catcher. He had actually thrown to first, but he makes the throw. Gets the out.
That was a good play by the first baseman. I thought they
The right fielder number 8, Clayton Wallace.
Kind of rushed the throw a little bit.
No, Robbie's got another one. Yeah, sophomores coming in.
Right fielder, Clayton Wallace. You know, I didn't realize Smith was a sophomore, but you got 3 sophomores out in the outfield.
Yeah.
That's just something else. Then you got Jones coming off the bench to be a courtesy runner, and we know he's got a good glove. You can basically put him anywhere out there in the field.
Absolutely, and that's a lot of things with this group of boys is they're all, you know, a lot of them are interchangeable. You can take Mosby. Mosby can play shortstop, third base, second base, pitcher, center field. You know what I mean? And that's what brings a lot of value to this team.
Absolutely. You win a bunch of ball games if you got a bunch of those to go around.
Absolutely.
And takes the pitch, and looks like he's staying with the fastball.
Like I said earlier, you're supposed to take on that three. But like I said earlier, you're supposed to take on that three.
And he takes the ball forward, the ball gets by the catcher.
The second baseman, number 11, Colton Ayers.
Colton Ayers, his second time at the plate, actually hit a ground ball to the second baseman to begin the game with. We was talking about Ayers earlier, about being a quarterback and a point guard on the basketball team. You know, how do they spend their summers? That's my question. These guys that are playing three-sport athletes, I don't know how they manage their time.
It's real simple, Robbie. You don't get one. You don't get that enjoyable summer that you're out there at the lake and fishing all day. Cody's busy. He's in the weight room during football, and we usually have basketball games Monday, Tuesday, Thursday night, and then also he plays baseball during Monday and Tuesday during the day. So I mean, the guy you're talking like normal students. They get the summer break off. This guy, he don't get no break. He's going home.
And if you play three sports, then you can just kind of expect that anymore. It's no longer just a seasonal thing. It's a year-round thing for all the sports.
But the thing that I love about Colton is that he'll do all these things, and he does it out of the joy of the game. In all three sports, he doesn't care if he's missing his leg days or he's not fishing or whatever, not sleeping in. He enjoys the grind part of it, and that's what you can appreciate. Good job, Colton.
And didn't see a pitch that he liked.
Third baseman, number 4, Frank Covington.
2 down, runners now, first and second. Gets Frank Covington, runner in scoring position. Let's see if he can convert that into another RBI.
You just poke one out right here, little base hit. Load the base, and you got Taylor Theodore coming up.
And he fouls that back out of play. Yeah, another one of those contact hitters. Don't hit for a lot of power, but hits for a decent average.
Now Covington's a senior.
Yeah, hey, one of our senior leaders that we have on the team.
Senior leader out there.
Absolutely. And we're going to miss this senior group. There's no question about it. Their leadership, the way they act. Uh-oh, a little pickle here. Oh, and he's in the third. Oh, now over to the second base. Here comes the run across. Now Aaron's doing another run down over at second base. Oh, and they're throwing the ball away again. And there's the base, the third. What the defendant is actually turned into a run and a runner advancing from first to third base. Oh,
Hey, I'll tell you what, that was a good pickoff move by the pitcher too. I thought he was going home.
absolutely!
He
Wow.
fooled me. That's a good job. That's good heads up on bases over there.
You know,
Was
sometimes
that Wallace? Was that Wallace?
that was Wallace. Yeah,
Good job, Wallace.
that was Wallace, the 9-hole hitter, and I thought he had him picked off for sure. And boy, you just never know in baseball. That's why we play the game, I guess. Sometimes they say being lucky is better than being good. Well, I think you just saw it a little bit right there in that action. But we'll take it.
Well, the thing is though, is Wallace didn't hesitate. Whenever he came off and he was going that way, he went on ahead and shot forward. He wasn't.
No plans to go back to second base at all. So good heads up base running there.
Coach Nance must have called the steal on that one. 'Cause I don't know. That was his initial thought process.
Hey, there's that contact from Covington. Into right field, a sliding catch. Oh, and he makes the play. Tyler Maldonado a diving catch out in the right field to end the inning for the Ponies and leave Ayers stranded at third base. But hey, Kelvin comes up in the bottom of the second, score one. They now lead Durham 3-2. Take this time once again to thank our gold sponsors: Phil Thomas Trucking, Patriot Air, Shades of Glass, Jim Boat with Mack Truck, Backyard Barbecue, Richardson Painting, Greg McGuire Trucking, Jay's Country Kitchen, Dimensions Family Practice, and Webco Industries. We thank you very much for the sponsorship. If you'd like to sponsor with us, it's very easy. There's no other broadcast company or media company that can advertise the way we do at our prices. So please call us. Phone number is 918-520-6971. We'd love to have you on board the Pony Nation. Coach, it looks like we're having a pitching change here. Looks like our answer was answered on Billingsley. He finishes with 4 strikeouts, gets a little bit of work before districts.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, you get these other guys, other young guys, and some experience before the regional comes up or the district comes up. And Clayton, he's another one of those guys. You can play him anywhere. He just came from right field. Now he's up there at the mound, and he's going to give you a different look than Billingsley. He's going to throw, a shade under. I ain't going to say the number, but I'll say a shade under than what Billingsley should throw it. And sometimes it's good to switch it up like that against a team, so they'll see a whole lot of fastballs from Billingsley at 90 miles an hour, and then they get this other pitch from Wallace that's not coming in as fast, and they'll swing early on it. And we'll just see how it works out. Like I said, I feel like this game is an opportunity to see where we're at as a team amongst the big scheme of things.
Well, that also brings up an interesting point. Instead of coming out of the game, Billingsley just moves over to first base, so it brings Franks out of the game. Does that eliminate the DH then? When that happens?
The catcher number 10, Sean Maxwell.
I'm not sure who
They
put Andy Jones out there like that.
Oh, very possible. They just brought in the courtesy runner. I didn't even notice that substitution out there in right field. Wasn't even thinking about that position.
You see the difference in speed that Wallace is bringing to that, his batter's not ready for it. What is this, 4?
Yeah, they're 4-0. Now, he actually hit a double his first time up against Billingsley. He's the one who hit the gap out there in right field that made it to the wall. This is Maxwell, their catcher. Definitely gives them something to look at. I mean, what are we looking at? 20, 30 mile an hour difference in speed?
Like I said, that's why I just said a shade. I don't know for a fact because sometimes Clayton surprises me as an athlete. He's not very big. Cadence is about 6'2". Wallace is about 5'7". So there's a difference right there, but he still brings that same confidence to the mound, and I think that's what's most important.
Absolutely. And I know he's got a mean curveball. I've seen it before where it just buckled the knees of some batters. So brings that avenue to it. Be some tough adjustments, and him being a sophomore also. It's just so much excitement for the next couple of years. And there's a hard hit down through the gap, basically in the right field. That's very similar to where he went the first time at bat. And that is Jones out there in right field. He fields it in, throws it in the Ayers. So we have a single there by Maxwell to lead off the inning. Brings up their designated hitter, Micah Cloud.
The designated hitter number 19, Micah Cloud.
He also hit a double his first time up.
Yeah, that was about all they got, though.
Absolutely.
So they got 2 doubles on board.
And if you remember correctly, that was a double, but it's probably a single with a fielder's choice because that was when
Good pitch.
that was when Connor Smith made the diving effort to field the ball, and it got by him there. So didn't hit the ball real hard, but he did make contact.
Okay, now going forward, how do you tell Connor Smith to play that ball? in the district championship, in the regional tournament.
And the runner goes.
And is he? Oh, he's gone.
And he's in there safely. Good throw by Hick. Just a little bit low, possibly a little bit late. Runner made a good jump. Coach, that's a good question. You know, that's totally up to. I mean, I'm not going to second guess Coach Nance by any at all.
Well, right now, that's why I was asking. What do you think he's saying? Like, how do you think he's coaching that? Because as a coach, I want to know because I like the effort.
Ground ball to third base, over to Billingsley at first. Nice play by Covington at third to turn the out. The runner advances. Maxwell advances over to third. I think you hold up on that. To me, in district play, you got to play for the run. I mean, I think you hold up on that.
The pitcher number
I think
16,
runs
Taylor
are
Selby.
premium. When it comes to district play, they're just too important. But you hate to take away the effort. You hate to tell the kid not to.
Like I said, and that's why I was asking because the most important thing is Connor Smith is out there giving 110%, and as a coach, that's what you want. Now he did make the play. The runner gets a double. He scores one, and then you start, like you said, you start second guessing. Like, hey, do I tell this guy to just let it play out, or do I like say, hey, go make a spectacular play? It's part of it. Part of the game, like you said.
Absolutely. That's what makes baseball so great. Out here in the great outdoors in perfect weather. Cannot complain about this evening, even though it's overcast sky.
I want to give a shout out to Coach Nance for making this field look legit. I mean, it's a legitimate baseball field on the high school level. We played a total of 12 games this year, 7 of those being on the road in the middle school, and I tell you, there wasn't not one baseball field that I thought was better than what the job Coach Nance did. To me, that's the most important.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that because I was just thinking that the other day driving down Maple. You look over here and it's almost like anytime you drive down Maple, you can look out here on the baseball field and you'll see that mower going or him dragging the dirt or something going on. It's always fun to watch.
Oh yeah, he spends a lot of time on this field, and I think that goes. That's a lot of under the table business that he does.
And ground the ball out to Mosby. He's over to Billingsley at first. He digs out of the hole, but now the run did score. The opponents were kind of giving up that run, it looked like. The infield was back in the hole. Mosby didn't even look back at the runner. Didn't really have time to look back at the runner. Makes a throw over to first. Billingsley makes a great play.
The third baseman, number 18, Tony Tabers.
Brings up the third baseman, Tabers. Now, he struck out his last time at the plate. Takes the ball one, down low. Talking about all this youth and this talent coming up, and it's just a school the size of Killaville just don't see this type of athlete come through from top to bottom. I've been saying it all year. It's the best group of athletes I've ever seen, top to bottom, and it all started with the senior group.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As a former graduate, 2009, like you said, I'm the age I was, and after going to college, coming back 4 years later, and beginning my coaching journey. This group, not only freshman, sophomore, I mean every child that I've seen in the program, 12th through 6th grade, I mean the talent level is just getting better and better every year. And as a small community, that's what you want. That was a pretty pitch right there.
Yeah, he's got a pretty looking curveball. I love, especially when it drops in to the comfort zone of the eyes anyway. That may have been a little bit high, but you're right. That's a very pretty pitch. There's a ground ball hit hard up the middle. That's gonna go in for a base hit. Thornbrew brings it into Mosby. Holds him at first. Still 2 away. We're tied at 3 apiece right now. Brings up Tyler Maldonado, their right
The right fielder, number 23, Tyler Maldonado.
Bat. One of Bill's curveballs got him on the back last time. Let's see if Smith, correction, let's see if Wallace will bring him maybe a curveball to be looking at. Oh, throw over first. Back in plenty of time. Just checking, make sure he doesn't go anywhere. Hicks has got a great arm behind the plate. Don't let the runner have too big of a jump. Hicks is going to throw him out. That looked like a good pitch. I don't know where that missed at, but possibly a little bit outside. And there's a hit. And Ayers makes a great play. Stopping the base hit and ending the inning for the Ponies. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the top half of the third. When you are watching this live on kvrising.com, being presented by Flowindo's Pizzeria, the best pizza this side of the Mississippi.
You're not watching it live on kvrising.com?
You want to carry on, or we good? That's up to you,
Whatever you
man.
want to do, man. Like I said, now, I will say this. As we're doing it, since it's on YouTube, give YouTube a shout.
True.
As a sponsor. Oh,
I would just say like you said, you're watching on KV Rising and YouTube.
and YouTube. Okay.
You know what I mean? Just
and
for, because here's the thing, and it's just like, you know, with the video that we did, the
Right.
tour, it's still on YouTube, and that's what I was trying to tell you, is that even though, like, I take that and I put it on my Facebook,
Right.
those views, they're going to YouTube. You know what I mean? They're going to KV
Rising
or
and YouTube.
Or YouTube. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so now, with that being said, if you do get Paul Peril or whoever else
Right.
to say, hey, look, you can watch it, you can stream it, whatever, still on YouTube.
Still on YouTube.
You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you have to go to YouTube.
What's that called though? It ain't just called YouTube though. That we're
YouTube
using.
TV?
Is it YouTube TV?
No, we're not on YouTube TV. We're just on YouTube.
Yeah.
I thought Dow called it something else though.
OBS.
Oh, okay, but we don't have to give them a shout.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Now, so
The center fielder number
So
7,
we're
Taylor
done.
Thornbrew.
we're done. So could it, as of right now, if we were to hop on and it be live,
That's what
what do we have to change right now?
we're trying to work the kinks out.
Okay, so
That's
to
something-
change right now, we'd have to unblock YouTube from this computer, get the school's Wi-Fi password,
And
press
that's it.
that start streaming, and that's it.
Okay, so now, with that being said, we go down to state tournament and OKC. I don't know if they got you. I don't know if they got Wi-Fi or whatever.
That's what
Now,
concerns me.
do you take a hotspot on your phone and try to do it?
That's what I need to talk to Dow about, because we thought we could get we could buy unlimited Wi-Fi and pay a monthly premium, and that's what we thought.
Can't do it.
The most
Can y'all get a Wi-Fi box?
Verizon charges $375 a month, and that's for 200 megabytes.
I mean, me.
They told me that would last us maybe a half a month if we was on it. If we did this broadcasting as well as so. I told him we'd be doing all the sports missions. They last you about half a month.
Like you said, if you get here and you're using their Wi-Fi, that's different.
Right.
You know what I mean? But whenever you go to a Shakota or Eufaula or whatever, do you know if they have Wi-Fi? I don't know.
That's something we're gonna have to figure out before, because
I think that's the most important thing.
and you know Dow is a storm tracker for
Yeah.
Trail 6 and all that. So he uses some sort of booster, and I need to get with him and find out what he paid for that booster or how he got it. Because man, I have been everywhere. I mean, we even stopped in that Boost the other day, and they're like, "Any place gonna sell young ones?"
So are y'all done?